Okay, so my last video didn't go through, but anyway, this is just a way that I use to try to make more tips. The only way you're going to make tips is if you do something that's extraordinary, you know, and it's just extraordinary. So what's ordinary for Postmates is there's no communication, you get your stuff, and there's really just no interaction. That's ordinary. So extraordinary is anything above that. Don't forget napkins, don't forget utensils, don't forget the little things, but also create some sort of interaction. So as soon as I get close enough to the merchant, which is nowadays right when you're at the merchant, I see that I can communicate with the customers. So first of all, I look at their order. Is there anything that's going to be challenging? Do they need ketchup? Do they need hot sauce? What do they want? Are there any special requests? Do that as soon as you get there, so you have that information. You say, hey, this is so-and-so with Postmates. I just arrived at the restaurant. There's a bit of a line. As soon as I have your order, I'll be on my way to you. Now, if it's a prepaid order, you know, just ask if there's anything you need. And it just helps. And then say, as soon as I have your stuff, I'll be on my way to you. And I usually just say, hey, I got your stuff, I'm on my way. So they have good information. If you have a GPS, which you do, and so you know it's going to be however long, it's just going to be a few minutes, they'd be a few minutes. But if it's like some runs are like 10 minutes or more, say my GPS says it's going to be 12 minutes before I get there. And if it's an apartment complex, then they'll understand, and you know, they'll, but for the most part, you just create that. They get a text from Postmates when you're close, so you don't need to do that. Unless they ask, please call me when you're here, I'll meet you in the lobby, or whatever the request is, then you contact them. Otherwise, those two texts that I send, I've never had anyone say, don't bother me. I've always had people say, thank you, I appreciate it, thanks for the heads up. I've actually people specifically tell me, hey, I really appreciate you communicating with me. No one ever does that. This is, and you know, here's $5 for that. And they tip me on the app. So it's never worked against me. And so it's just something I'm sharing with you. Take those opportunities. It used to be as soon as I got the order, hey, this is Jim, I'm on my way to the restaurant. I'll let you know when I get there how long it's going to be. You know, now things are different, so the information there's not as much information needed, but there is some on the customer end of the app. It doesn't always reflect good information. It doesn't let them know when, you know, that someone's there until they're on their way, and so and it changes. So just be consistent as far as you go. I mean, I got, like, on New Year's Eve, I got $36 tips, I got $10 tips, $16 tips, you know, and people appreciate it. So that's my 2 cents on that. I have, you know, pros and cons with Postmates. I'll show them both. You know, this is my first delivery of the day. We're going to check some things out, but when I come to little opportunities to maybe share some advice, you know, you can take it or you can leave it. It doesn't matter to me. It's not going to change how I do things. I've never had anyone complain, and I've had people specifically say they appreciate the communication. So if you're a person that thinks that's annoying and doesn't work for you, then don't do it. But your opinions and rules apparently don't work all over the place, and I'm talking to a lot of people, not anybody in particular, because it serves me well. And so it's just, and how you conduct yourself, how you present yourself. Be nice, be cordial, say thank you, please. If they give you a tip and you get cash or something, hey, I really appreciate that, thank you. Make it a positive experience, don't just take it. You know, I'm always appreciative, so you should be too, and it helps. So anyway, good luck out there.